What's up, everyone? My name is Alex Kouras, and I'm here at a beautiful $9.5 million listing in Key Biscayne here in Miami. And I'm with the owner and the listing agent, Joan Homes Miami. I'm going to be giving him a free haircut in exchange for just a really nice conversation. So, Joan, if you have anything to say.
Hey guys, I'm going to leave you alone. I think you're in good hands. You'll see some stuff about the property after. I think you'll give a little tour after.
I'll give a little bit of tour throughout the video.
Property. It's an amazing view, and have fun cutting.
We will.
Thanks for coming.
Let's do it. I'm ready. The picture you showed me, you said you don't like it too short.
Yeah.
Which is good. Maybe number 2. And the top, do you want to leave it the way it is?
Yeah, so you see how there's like a cowlick here in the back?
Yes.
It took me forever to grow that because if it gets too short, it stands up. So I'd rather not touch that part here, you know?
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Leave the top alone, just make the sides and back a little tighter.
Yeah.
Perfect. What's your name? Where are you from originally, and what do you do for a living?
So my name is Alberto Córdoba. I was born in Colombia, the city of Cali, in 1994. When I was 3 months old, I moved to Chelsea, London, with my parents.
Okay.
And then when I was 2.5, I moved to Key Biscayne. And since then, you know, in and out of South America, traveling. I work as a realtor for Coldwell Banker in luxury real estate.
Okay.
And, you know, I just love Miami. Miami's my home. I'd say, you know, I'm a citizen of the world. And, you know, in between worlds, you know, in between America and Latin America, you know, just a fusion, you know. U.S. is a melting pot, and Miami is like the pinnacle of that.
Is there a place you like the most, more than Miami, or?
Uruguay. I love Uruguay. I love the beach town of Punta del Este. A lot of childhood memories, you know, I'd go there for New Year's, you know, over there it's Southern Hemisphere. So when it's winter here, it's summer over there and vice versa. Seasons are inverted. So a lot of my Decembers were spent, you know, with Santa Claus wearing sunglasses, not, you know, not a whole suit, you know.
Yeah, so you were here when it's warm here, and then you were
over there when it's warm over there. Yeah, I try to escape the cold. I'm allergic to cold weather.
Me
you know,
too.
Recently in Miami, we had those 3 weeks in January where it was below 70. It was like 60, 50 degrees. Do you remember that?
Yep.
That was awful. Had all the New Yorkers living here like, oh, this is nothing. And the people from Miami would like,
me from New Jersey.
Their boots and everything. Everybody freaking out.
Giant pea coats.
My cousin works for Google in New York. And he was like, you're such a spoiled brat, you know. My hands hurt when I go get a bagel across the street. My face hurts. The wind hurts my face.
Yeah.
It's like negative degrees over here. I have a friend in Poland. She's my sister's friend from middle school.
Okay.
And she's like, hello, negative 3 degrees Celsius over here on my Instagram post. And I'm like, oh, my brain can't count that low.
Yeah. So what do you like to do for fun around here?
I love to go to the beach. I love to drink something on the beach, laugh, listen to music.
Yeah.
I love going to restaurants with friends. I collect wine. I'm a big red wine enthusiast.
I love red wine.
Me too, man. We're already becoming best of friends. What's your favorite kind of wine from where?
I like Merlot.
Nice.
I like Merlot.
Me too.
You
like full body wines?
I do, but they give me headaches. Like if I drink too much, I get a massive headache.
But what if you eat it with food, like a nice steak or chocolate or something?
Probably be okay.
Yeah. I like full body wines from France. I collect a lot of Bordeaux. Bordeaux, Pomerol, and I like Malbecs from Argentina.
Yeah, Malbecs are nice.
Those have a good Merlot profile as well.
Mm-hmm.
I met Francois Louis Vuitton at the wine tasting at Key Biscayne. So I like to say that March 2020 was the beginning of the New Testament of, you know.
Francois Louis Vuitton. Now, I'm not
big
in the culture.
He's the heir to the Louis Vuitton fortune.
You met him?
One of them. So he was doing a wine tasting here in Key Biscayne.
Yeah.
Right the month before COVID became a thing. So I like to call it Land Before Time. And
I like that.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Because like the beginning of 2020 was still like 2019. You know, we still were dealing with a pre-COVID world.
Yep.
And it was a very nice event. He signed 2 bottles for me. The guy was very snobby, but not because he was like bougie, but about the wine that he liked. Bordeaux is very heavy. It's got a very nice profile.
It is.
But you know, I noticed that a lot of girls don't like it because it's too strong for them.
And it's not sweet.
No, it's heavy. It's
yeah.
not, and they like the fruity Cabernet Sauvignon.
Exactly.
Which is like the Americana drink from California.
My girlfriend loves this, the sweet stuff.
They love it like they love Nutella with Netflix.
Yeah.
So he said, what do you drink? Do you like Bordeaux? I love Bordeaux. Good. Then we can have a conversation. And then I said, do you drink anything else? No, just Bordeaux. That's all I do. That's why we can talk, right? And I'm like, he was like, if you don't like Bordeaux, we have nothing to talk about. I'm like, well, I love Bordeaux. Here's my business card. I lost his business card, but all we did was talk about Bordeaux and how Bordeaux was better than anything else in the world
Really?
For about 2-3 hours while drinking Bordeaux and having him sign my Bordeaux. Like I was obsessed.
Wow.
I know, it was interesting.
So you're how old?
How old do you think I am?
29.
I turned 28 in August. August 6th, I'm a Leo.
Pretty close.
Yeah.
You're a Leo? Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Fire, just like me.
Yeah, nice.
Sagittarius.
Nice. I try to shave a little often because
Okay.
if I don't, I look like a communist. You know, like and then people think I'm 31, 32, and no, I don't want to care to or wish to have people think I'm over 30.
Yeah, you
I
want to
like enjoying that I'm like, oh my god, at the very end, but not there yet. But I try not to shave completely like baby's bottom.
Yep.
Because then I look like I'm 22, and that's not fun either. You know, because then I don't get taken seriously.
Exactly.
So I just everyone to think that I'm 29, 28. That's like if I could like live eternally, I'd wish to be eternally 29. And then when I actually turn 85, to just peacefully die of a heart attack. But for those 70 years, to always look like I was 29.
Right.
Because 29 is perfect. You're not 30, but you're not 21 either. So
Yeah.
you can still say there's a 2 in front of it.
And
But
people still respect you when they talk to you.
yeah, because they think that, oh, he's just
A little kid.
he's not a little kid. He's just a very young, fashionable adult.
Right. Yeah, he's like solid.
Yeah,
solid in his
yeah.
age.
Like forever 29-year-old millennial. Hey, that would be a nice book or a nice comic book. The Forever 29-Year-Old Millennial.
You should be the guy.
Yeah, I should be the guy.
Always got to start somewhere.
Yeah, who drinks Bordeaux.
You're 28 years old, and I'm sure you've lived a much different life than myself. What's one thing you might have regret have done growing up?
Okay, can I say this on camera? I'm kidding. You go first.
Something that I regret?
You can give me two. You can give me something that you regret doing and something you regret not doing. Because it goes both ways, I think.
Yeah. Something I regret is sticking up for somebody, a girl in my high school, and then sticking up to her through social media, not realizing that the person I was talking to, like behind the doors, was one of like the bullies in school. And I was like traumatized because they started replying, and then like a bunch of his friends started replying to the at the time it was Twitter, because Twitter was like brand new at the time.
So you were defending a girl?
I was defending a girl because they were like name calling her and whatnot.
She was the bully.
No, she wasn't. She didn't do anything. And so I was just like defending her, and little did I know that these guys would start ganging up on me online, and then in school these were like the bullies,
kids, yeah.
the guys in school. And I was like, shit, what did I just get myself into? And like the principals got involved and all this stuff. My dad was like pissed, and like, you know, he was like, I'm gonna beat these kids up.
Oh no.
Not actually, but like, you know, I was getting bullied at the time, and I was just like, I don't know, it's like, it like makes you not want to stand up for people that are doing wrong. And at the time I was just like really scared because these guys were like, they had knives and stuff.
Oh no.
So I was just like, oh, that's something I definitely regret.
What about not doing?
Regret not doing.
I'll give you one.
What?
So maybe this could go for both, because technically I did it and technically I didn't do it. I'm a big Chelsea Football Club fan.
Yep, me
Because
too.
nice, bro.
Me too.
So because I grew up there as a baby, and because my uncle is good friends with the chairman of the club.
Very nice.
In 2012, we qualified for the Champions League final for
Yep.
the first time since 08. And in 2008, we lost it on penalties to Manchester United. Heartbreaking. So we had a chance for redemption 4 years later. The final was the 19th of May, 2012. And my high school graduation was the 18th of May. I regretted going to my high school graduation instead of going to the final. My uncle was going to say, I'll fly you out and everything, but I kind of wanted to graduate.
Very nice.
And then I'm like, why do I want to graduate with these shits? Like, everyone in high school is a shithead.
Yeah.
The girls are all stuck up.
Sorry, they
the guys are bullies.
Yep.
I had only had one friend from high school that I still talk to.
Really?
Shout out to Sebastian Revelo.
Shout out Sebastian.
And I didn't go to the final. I didn't watch Didier Drogba score the winning penalty kick and the last-minute equalizer. So maybe that's the one.
I can see that. Yeah. That's tough. Yeah, Drogba's the man.
Yeah, he stopped the civil war in Africa. The guy
Did he really?
A foundation. So in 2006, there was a civil war in the Ivory Coast. He went, negotiated with the guerrillas, the military, the army, the government, and convinced them to do a ceasefire and to just watch the World Cup and cheer on for the national team. So he got the country to calm down. He's a national hero. He's a great humanitarian. He follows in the footsteps of the great Nelson Mandela. He's a champion of men, a leader of men, a role model for children all around the world.
Good soccer players as well.
Yeah. Good right foot, good header of the ball. Great at bullying two defenders at the same time and occupying both defenders.
Yep.
A lot of players have modeled the game after him, but there's no one like him right now that plays the way he does.
I agree. Yeah, he was just different.
He wasn't the highest scoring player, but he was the player of scoring the most important goals. So he scored 10 goals in 10 finals, which is insane. You want your guy to score in the final.
Yeah, he was a player that came when
for the big moment. He rise to the big occasion. You know, like Russell Crowe in Gladiator. Da 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 da. You know, that's another song that you could do too, the Gladiator song. When he's like, "Are you not entertained?"
Yeah, right. That's good.
Do that. You should do Gladiator and Jack Sparrow, Pirates of the Caribbean. The Curse of the Black Pearl.
The curse.
You remember if you take the gold coin, you become the zombie?
Yep.
Yeah. And you should have the gold coin like on your neck. And we do like someone do like a zombie Walking Dead makeup on you. So like halfway through the video, you just start changing.
That's funny. What are your thoughts on social media and like technology, like the new things that are coming out?
Like what? Like TikTok?
TikTok, yeah. Like
I don't know how to use it. I just get the ones that people just post on Instagram or they just re-forward to WhatsApp. I do like Instagram, and I was late to the game. I got an Instagram in February 2021, and I always told myself Instagram's not real, Instagram's fake, it's bullshit, it's not real. I'd rather just message the people that I like on WhatsApp. It's already a form of social media anyway. I had Facebook. I got rid of Facebook in March of 2020, but I just, for some reason, I'm hooked to Instagram and WhatsApp to a certain extent too. I like the idea of it. I like how you can communicate through images, pictures, emojis and stuff. I think that's cool. Everything else is like, oh, if it helps you and like adds something to your life, like
sorry, let me brush
you know,
you off.
financially, you know, through branding, great for you. But I like Instagram because it's a great way of communication through friends and family and reaching out to people. I like the concept of the story.
Do you see a potential threat or an issue with like Meta and like the VR goggles and with like children?
So
and
I know this girl who works in that. She works for a Meta reality company. I don't know. I don't like the idea of it. Like I'd like virtual reality as a kid. I just think it all depends on the parent. You know, like how do you want to condition your kid? I didn't get a cell phone until I was 12. And I got like the Motorola flip phone that would say, "Ooh, hello, Moto," you know, and you could just play Prince of Persia on it and Tetris.
Yeah.
So like I wouldn't even use it to send messages. I would just use it to call my mom or to order pizza.
Exactly.
And then she said, if you get lost or anything, call me or call 911. But now you see kids 2016, 2015, 2017, they get iPhones when they're 5. Or they get you get 3-year-olds with iPads.
Yep.
I think that's insane. When I have a kid, I won't condition them like that. Like I do what my parents did, you know, maybe give them a Game Boy when they're like, if they still even have them, or a Game Boy when they're like 8, something like that.
They don't have those things anymore.
No, they don't. Yeah, okay, maybe. I don't know.
I think it's just the Switch now.
The Switch, okay, but yeah, when they're 10 or 8 and you control the game time, because I was addicted, I was hooked. I think that's something that I regret doing. Is maybe spending too much time playing video games as a kid.
Really? What would you have done differently?
Maybe played a little bit more sports, been a bit more active.
Yeah.
Been more clubs, I think.
Okay. What's like, aside from soccer, are there any other like really cool hobbies that you like doing? Or like
I like reading, I like philosophy.
Okay.
I like Stoicism. My favorite philosopher is Albert Camus. He wrote The Stranger. If anyone has time on Audible or has Amazon.
I love Audible, yeah.
Read The Stranger.
The Stranger.
Yeah. It'll blow your mind.
Huh. Give me like a
So it talks about a guy, like I forget the name of the guy, but the guy who I think he grew up in Algeria, he was an expatriate. They called him Pied Noir, which means Blackfoot. And it's the people from France that moved to Algeria to find work over there because it was cheaper.
Okay.
And he works in like a corporate company, but he doesn't really care about anything. He just lives for himself, and he lives for food, water, maybe a little bit of alcohol, coffee, lots of coffee, eating, sex, and that's it, and exercise. So he doesn't really care about anything. He's just basically like a robot. You know, all I care about is just making sure that I'm biologically fed and that I have a little bit of money, and that's it. No ambition, nothing. He goes out with friends, but he doesn't really care. His mom dies, and he's like, oh, I didn't want my mom to die, but you know, it's all the same to me anyway. You know, and he goes to the funeral. He doesn't really cry. He's upset that she's dead. He's like, well, I did everything I could. I helped her out a lot. Yeah, she ended up in a home, but like when she was at her house, she needed someone to take care of her. I didn't have money for that, but I paid for the home and everything. And then because he wasn't crying, everyone socially criticized him because he wasn't crying or expressing heartbreak at the funeral, because he yawned, because he was sitting in a chair like me for like 8 hours during the funeral, and then his back hurt. And then during the 8 hours, all he said is like, my back really hurts. I just want to go home and sleep. My neck really hurts. It's like that with everything. He has a girlfriend, and he's like having sex with her by the pool, and she's like, do you want to get married? And I'm like, it's all the same to me. So at the very end, he was kind of like a very monk, you know, a Tibetan monk meditating at the top of a mountain. Why I think this is fascinating is because yes, if someone were to follow life this way, they'd have no fun and they'd be a robot.
Yeah.
But I do like the concept of taking this mentality or this school of philosophy for certain things. Like, let's say you have a client and the client's like, I want you to find me a $3 million home. And you're working 3 or 4 weeks for the client, but the guy ends up not buying or he signs with someone else.
Right.
I did what I could. It's unfortunate. I move on. So it's a way of not allowing disappointment, anger, or sadness to consume you for certain things. If you want to feel the sadness your grandma died, cry. There's something wrong with that.
Right.
But you know, for certain things, you can kind of control your brain to not obsess or ruminate over negative things that didn't go your way. And that's how I took it. I took it with a grain of salt, and I'm like, I'm gonna do what I can to reprogram my brain so that I don't allow myself to be consumed by things that I can't control that are beyond my control.
That's interesting.
What do you think about it?
I like that. I think the part where he seemed like he wanted to go home at his mom's funeral kind of upset me a little bit. It's like, you could be a little bit more vulnerable and open up. But I mean, I've also heard of the thing where you have to be like the strongest one at your father, your family's funeral. So it's interesting take that he had. Is this like a real life thing, or is this
It's a book. It's a book. It's a book. So he wrote that, and he wrote The Fall. I love The Fall. It's about a conversation that two men have at the Mexico City bar in Amsterdam. And the guy's just like a jack of all trades. He was a master jewel thief. He was named Pope at a prisoner of war camp in World War II. And he's just telling a bunch of crazy stories about how he's like a master manipulator, like the guy from American Psycho.
Jesus.
And then the guy's just like drinking alcohol and just listening to everything he said about like a bunch of tall tales. You don't know if they're true or not. But it's fascinating. It's really crazy. The guy's a sycophant, a psychopath, a sociopath, just very charming overall. And I believe the guy's dying. I think he has cancer or something.
Today?
Yeah. No, the guy from the story.
Oh, in the
at
story.
the Mexico City bar, the crazy guy.
Okay.
He's just narrating his life. And one of the things that was stolen is in his house. It's like a famous painting or something. Nobody knows where it's at except you and me. But it's considered an artwork that should be in the museum in Paris or something. It's a very good book. The Fall.
What's your take on mentors? Are they worth it?
Yes.
Do you have any mentors?
I have a few. Yeah, I have two.
Who's your mentors, if you can say?
One's his name is Guillermo Van Canten. He's from Suriname, Miami, and Amsterdam. Grew up in these three places. He played professional soccer or football in Holland and Portugal.
Very nice.
And you know he's met Rio Ferdinand, David Beckham. The guy's really good. The guy's taught me a lot of life skills, spirituality, character, core building.
So you've got different mentors for different type of subjects.
Yeah, so like 2 or 3, and depending on what I need or what I'm looking for, I'll ask them for advice.
That's good. So it's always good to have multiple types of mentors.
At least 2 or 3, yeah, because if you just have one that you go for everything, nobody knows everything or nobody's an expert on everything. It's impossible to be good at everything. No one is good at everything.
How many close friends would you say you have? Like
on Instagram or real life? No, I'm kidding.
Real life, like really close friends.
No, because on Instagram you have the close friends feature. The green one?
Yeah, the green.
Where you post stuff that's not safe for work. Yeah. When it's not safe for work,
Only certain people
like
can
I'm at a club and I've got like 20 bottles. I'm like, yeah, douche. I have like 4 or 5 really close friends that I can count with one hand.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, I mean, I'd probably say I have like 2 or 3. But you ready?
Yeah.
Here you go, man. How we look?
Oh my God, it looks amazing.
Yeah.
Wow. I'd date myself if I could.
That's good, man. Let me get you out of here, all right?
Yeah, thanks, man.
Listen, I appreciate you trusting me and letting me cut your own hair, man.
No, I look great.
You guys, that's pretty much it for today's video. Not every day you get to go inside a $9.5 million property. I thank Joan for allowing this to happen, and Alberto as well. So if you guys did like today's video, definitely leave a like and share this with a friend. Also, if you're new to my channel, definitely consider clicking that subscribe button down below. We're super close to hitting 100,000 subscribers, and it would really mean the world to me if we achieve that milestone. So definitely subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.